Hello, just call me Miss Consistency. I'm back. Doing another collaboration, which I'm very excited about. It's so nice to have been invited to sort of join in on these videos, but also just to see what everyone's using, what everyone's liking. Today we're talking favorites. I've done several favorites reviews, roundups, whatever you want to call it, on the ecological in the past. So it's important to sort of point out that anything that's in this video and favorites posts on the blog, those aren't my only favorites. Once I really love something and it's a product that I trust and know works and brings me joy, it tends to be a favorite permanently. So I'm not going to be talking about all of my favorites because that would be sort of a 2-hour long event, which nobody, I'm guessing, is sort of here for. I'm only going to be talking about my newer favorites. So this doesn't include brands or products like Inner Senses, Meadow Skincare, Love Absolute, Ben and Anna, etc. I'm only talking about things that have come into my life relatively recently. Skincare, makeup, aromatherapy, what I'm reading, you name it. So let's just get started. First up is something that I've had for a while now and just haven't had a chance to review yet. I want to talk about Luxe Botanics. So this set, the Rainforest Revival Discovery Set, it's a sampler. If you know me, you'll know I'm a bit strange in that I like to keep things in their original packaging for as long as possible. So yes, I keep slip covers, I keep them all in their boxes, even though it isn't as convenient when I'm getting ready to use it. I just think it looks pretty, and I respect that a lot of time and effort goes into planning little elements like this. So lovely metallic tin. When you open her up, see, I've kept her sort of tucked in as much as possible. Comes with this nice cloth. If you open it up, you have a selection from the range. So inside the set you get 5 products. So you can try out the entire ritual. And this particular one is for more sensitive skin, calming irritations, combination skin. I love variety in this. That was the first thing that really impressed me. I'll be honest, I'm not one for sort of 10-step skincare routines. I'm more a sort of 1, 2, 3 and done. Unless it's a special day and I want to sort of slow down, truly pamper myself, I like to keep it simple. So in the set, you have a product that I've never really heard before, a pre-cleanser. This is the Marula Hydrating Pre-Cleanser. You have the Camu Brightening Cleanser, which is a follow-up. It's a bit more purifying, it's a bit more targeted. You have the Camu Brightening Mist, which is a nice grounding scent, a bit astringent, but it's not too harsh on the skin. You do need to mix it because it does contain essential oils. I don't usually choose mists with essential oils just because I have found in the past, if you're not really careful to shake, sometimes it can get a bit too concentrated on that first spray or two, can leave your skin sort of red or a bit more sensitive. But that hasn't happened with this so far, and I am really enjoying it. Then you've got the Corrective Serum, which is much richer than I thought it would be, but once it's on the skin, it's not congesting. It brings a nice balance of hydration with something a bit more purifying. Then last we have the Corrective Moisturizer. This is one that I would be tempted to pick up a larger size, but I am hesitant just because I am quite fussy when it comes to moisturizers. There's very few that I repurchase. There's very few that I would recommend, especially for those with more congestion-prone skin. This one is on the gentler side, so if I can find another sample, that'd be great, and if I can't, then I will have to see. Overall, I'm really happy I picked up this Luxe Botanics set. I think it's a great way to sort of test out the brand, see how you get on with it, and my skin's just had a really good time with all of these. I love that the cloth is organic cotton and bamboo. I think that the packaging is really sort of high end. We've got a mix of plastic, which I'm not so keen on, with the sort of metallic metals, as you can see. Just a really nice introduction. It's one that I've been enjoying since I picked it up in the winter. So you'll see a theme running through some of my favorites. With the next one is the Madara Acne Acute Spot Roll-On. I love a good acne treatment. I do have, as I said, more blemish prone skin. Heavy creams, some ingredients like phenolziethanol, coconut oil do irritate my skin, lead to breakouts. Maskne is definitely a real issue at the moment. So having something I can rely on to effectively treat any breakouts is great. I used to love the Trilogy Spot treatment, but they did discontinue that. I was really upset actually. I had bought sort of 3 or 4 tubes of that and I just wasn't really finding something that compared in quite the same way. This is probably the closest I've gotten. Is it perfect? No. It is quite harsh. Alcohol is the main ingredient, so it's not necessarily ideal if you have more dry skin, and it's not something you want to use sort of every single day, multiple times a day, because it can be quite wearing on your face, I find. If I use it too often, I find I start getting sort of flaky patches. But I do find it really effective. So if you have a spot that's already formed, roll it on in the morning, roll it on at night, and you will notice that by the next day that inflammation has started to go down. And after a couple of days, it really has started to work to minimize those spots. I also really like that it's a roll-on. It's very cooling. That cold sensation helps to reduce some of the redness as well. It's not the nicest smelling. It does the job. I've been using this for many months. You can see I've barely dented it. And I also think that the price point is great, especially if you can get this on offer. I know Madara do their 40% off sale from time to time. Love Lula often does sales for Madara. But yeah, this has really been a great addition to my skincare routine. So next up is a product that I actually did ad for not too long ago. That's from Crea. So this is their Superfood Frenzy Organic Face Wash. Something I really love about this is it's completely fat-free. So if you're in a rush or you just don't like spending a ton of time washing your face, this is one for you. It's a nice gel texture, it applies really evenly, it rinses off without any issues. Overall, it's just a really easy face wash. Next up is Air Press, which I've heard so many recommendations for, and I finally picked up one of their eyeshadow palettes. There are several different eye palettes. I picked Chamomile. If I open it up, you can see it's a beautiful neutral palette with 6 colors. They all have a little bit of sparkle, but they're not too glittery. They're just very subtle, very pretty, and it's perfect for an everyday look, in my opinion. Oh, you can see me. Hello. I don't often pick darker colors. I like that the ones that are included, one is a nice smoky mauve purple, and the other one is just a classic brown. It's beautiful, lovely, and if I ever do decide to do a smoky eye, it's really nice to have those options. I also really like that this is refillable, so when I do finish these up, if I don't want those darker colors, I'm sure I can switch them out with something a bit lighter. Very blendable, not too much fallout. It's super easy to use. I like that it comes with a little mirror. It does contain chamomile and vitamin E, so it is a very gentle formula. I love that it's vegan. I love that it's so compact. There isn't much excess packaging involved. And overall, I'm just really, really pleased with this eye palette. And I can see myself exploring their makeup range a little bit more in future. So this next one's a little bit of a cheat because I literally just got it yesterday, so it's technically not a favorite yet. But it's from a brand that almost every single product I've ever tried from them has become a favorite, so I have high hopes for this. And I did just want to signpost that it's something I've been really looking forward to. So this is the Crea Mineral Sunscreen, and it's SPF 30, broad spectrum, UVB plus UVA, and it's meant to be non-greasy, non-sticky with a matte finish. I'm obviously someone with very fair skin. I burn almost instantly as soon as I go outside, so sun cream is a must. And last year I actually spent a lot of time going through a lot of different brands, a lot of different formulas, trying to see what really worked for me, what worked for my skin. There are creams that are very, very rich and can clog your skin. There are ones that are a bit too wet, ones that are a bit too thick. And it is really difficult trying to find one that really works for you and one that is good for the environment as well. So the Crea sunscreen only contains biodegradable ingredients, which is super important. It doesn't contain any essential oils or fragrance. It's a very subtle scent, and the texture itself, when you first pump it up, it looks quite rich. It does feel quite heavy on the skin, but I was really surprised that once I started to fully coat my skin, after sort of 30 seconds or so, I could barely feel it. It's really lightweight. It doesn't feel greasy at all, which is a huge, huge plus. So I'm definitely looking forward to testing this out a bit more in the coming weeks, especially once it starts to get a bit sunnier. Fingers crossed. And yeah, so just wanted to mention this because I have a feeling this is going to become a favorite very shortly. I know we just all finished binging over Easter, all the chocolates and sweets, but I actually picked up some vegan chocolates recently on a trip to Aldi. I was surprised by how much I actually loved them. These are the Moser Roth Privat Chocolatiers. Unlike other vegan chocolate ranges I've seen, they actually do a dark chocolate, a milk chocolate, and a white chocolate. So if you're someone who's looking for vegan chocolate and is a bit put off by just the majority being dark, this might be one to check out. I'm someone who actually loves dark chocolate. That's my preference. The darker the better. From time to time, I do like to indulge in something a little bit different. So I picked these up on a whim. I thought it would be really nice to test them out, see how they compared to some of the other supermarket chocolates, and honestly I was really surprised. Like a lot of the Aldi ranges, they're Rainforest Alliance certified, which is great. These are 100% natural. They're not the best for you, obviously, it is chocolate, but the ingredients themselves I was pretty impressed by, and the flavor was really good. And for the price point, like, these are some big chocolate bars, so I was really impressed. They're under £2, I think £1.20-ish if I remember. I just like that there's no plastic. They use tin foil, as you can see, and the packaging is quite cute, so they make a good gift. And yeah, this was something I was just really happy to sort of stumble upon in my last shop. So next up is something that if you know me, you will know it is just perfect. There are these super cute wooden plant earrings from Majuku, which I found in a Facebook plant group that I'm a part of. They're handmade, they're just absolutely beautiful. I got the Anthurium clarivenum, which are dangly ones. I honestly don't love dangly earrings. I find that they twist about too much, they get caught in my hair, but I thought these were just too precious to not sort of pick up and try, and I figured I can pull up my hair and sort of show off my love of plants in a cute way. And then I also got the variegated monstera, and she actually made these special for me because my skin's very sensitive to certain metals. I can't use anything plated usually. I can't use a lot of the cheaper metals. And she had some sterling silver backings, so she made these special for me along with the dangling ones. So they're just so precious. So we're coming to the end, and I didn't want to leave this out. I have reviewed this on the Ecological recently, but it is the Quiet Blue candle. And this is in Tuscan summer. They're hand-poured soy candles. They have wooden wicks, and they just smell so, so, so good. Even if it's not burning, if I walk into the room past the table that it's on, I can get a little whiff of the neroli, and it's just so lovely. It's uplifting, it's comforting, and it helps sort of transport you out of your house, which right now is just so important. And they're so long lasting. I've burned this several times now, and you can see I've hardly put a dent in it. And I just love how simple and chic branding is. You can see the little illustration there. It's just beautiful, honestly, and the price point is unrivaled. I'm really excited to check out a few more of the Quiet Blue candles when this one is gone, and it's just a lovely way to brighten the day. So I talked about this on Instagram recently, and I have been holding off on finishing the bottle, mainly because I haven't written my review yet. So tasty, it's so good. I love a good glass of wine, and Sea Change sent me over a bottle of their Chardonnay to try. And so as you can see, there was no plastic wrapping on the top of the bottle. They attempt to minimize plastics as much as possible. You've got the natural cork. The paper is made from certified sustainable forests and the excess grapes, so you can see there's quite a nice texture to the label, and that's because they use those waste grapes in the actual label itself. And for every bottle sold, you're actually helping fund ocean conservation, which is just so, so wonderful, and it makes this even more special. The wine itself, it has the characteristics that you expect from a Chardonnay, but it's a bit fruitier on the nose and on the tongue. It's very clean, it's fresh, and it really does make your mouth water. And also, for anyone who's watching the percentages, this is only 11.5%, which for the flavor profile and for the type of wine is just exceptional, honestly. So we're nearing the end, actually, and I know the other ladies are mainly doing skincare and beauty, but I just wanted to show all the things that I'm actually really, really loving this spring. And something that I'm just so happy I've gotten back into is reading. I resubmitted my PhD in February, and after just so many years of reading academic articles, reading academic books, and just really starting to struggle to find the enjoyment that I used to get from reading things. It's been really lovely just picking up a book and reading for fun again. Recently I've delved into Agatha Christie, who I'd never read before. I wasn't super into mystery books or murder mysteries, anything like that, unless you count reading Nancy Drew and the Boxcar Children, Sherlock Holmes growing up. So Agatha Christie is new to me, and I have read Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, and now I'm reading The Murder on the Links. I love trying to work out from the clues, like who did it and what the motives were. Yeah, it's just been great fun. So I would love to hear what you're reading, and if you have any suggestions for me, I'll link my more casual Instagram below, so if you want to keep up with what I'm reading, you can always join the fun there. Thank you for joining me again. I'm hoping I'm getting a little bit better at this, a little bit less awkward penguin. But let's be honest, I will always be an awkward penguin, so thank you for your patience. I am doing a bit more of an in-depth look at all of my favorites for the spring over on the Ecological, so you can find that there. Be sure to check out everyone else's favorites videos. I'm going to be linking them all in the description below. I'm excited to see what their favorites are, see if I can get any ideas for different skincare or makeup, anything like that, because honestly they have great taste. We share a lot of favorites, but I have discovered so many other products probably wouldn't have tried otherwise by reading their reviews and hearing what they're talking about, so do check them out. And I'm looking forward to sharing my next video with you, and I'll see you soon. Be sure to subscribe, click that bell if you want to sort of keep up with what is going on, and I'll see you next time. Bye!